Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing a DC Universe Classics review, and that's of Wave 4, Figure 2, Cyborg. Here's an overall look at him at first. Let me just adjust the camera. There we go. Probably really didn't adjust it much for you guys. A little information about Cyborg. His real name is Victor Stone, and he is exactly what his name entails. He is a cyborg. He's half human, half robot. And he came this way because his father was a scientist at Star Labs, and he works a lot with interdimensional technology. And while him and his wife were working on a program at one time, they accidentally opened up a gateway for this ooze-like creature to come through from another dimension. The ooze creature killed Cyborg's mom. It seriously injured Cyborg to the point that he lost so many limbs and skin and everything, and it gave his father cancer. Now, Cyborg didn't know this for the longest time, or at least the first few issues of Teen Titans, the new Teen Titans. And he really resented his father, and he found out the truth, and his father and him really started to get close again. Cyborg has a lot of gizmos to him, powers and ability-wise. He's very powerful. For example, he doesn't need to fly or run or anything. He just jumps. He just jumps to places. He has tons of little gizmos in him, a lot of different weapons. This is his sonic weapon right here. This is the variant, by the way. The regular has multiple different hands. But he has many different weapons, and he can integrate with computers. And I like to think of him as the DC equivalent to Iron Man, although less so of a machine than Iron Man was. I'm sure if they got into this fight, actually that's tough. I might say Iron Man would win, probably, but Cyborg is just really cool because he has all these gizmos on him, and I love him. I love the new Teen Titans. They were probably my favorite superhero team. Now I'll get into that when I actually review the new Teen Titans. But Cyborg is one of my favorite members because he's just a cool character. He really evolves, and he starts off as like an asshole and a jerk, and he really starts to evolve into this team player. And he really finds a place, a home, and a calling in the Teen Titans. Or the Titans, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, Cyborg is just a really neato character. Neato. Who says neato? Really kick-ass character. So let's get on to the figure itself. This is the variant, and the difference between the variant and the regular is one thing. The variant has this permanent sonic blaster, where the regular has a regular hand, an interchangeable gun hand, and then an interchangeable claw gripping hand. Other than that, they're exactly the same. This figure is very detailed. It's not like it's a reused mold. This is a completely new body mold. As you can see, he has a lot of nooks and crannies on him, from his belt to the cybernetics on his arm to everything. I really hope you guys can see this. They did a really good job with the silver area with the paint, because at certain parts they put like a little black shadowing on there to give it more of less, how should I say, an exhaust-like look to it. Exhaust. You know how the Jets have the exhaust kind of dust covering on them? Kind of have that on certain crevices of his body. In addition to that, with his skin tone, they kind of put a little black shadowing on the chest to kind of really give it a shadow feel. So I think that the art design on that is fantastic. Very accurate to the comic book counterpart. Very accurate. I have nothing but good to say about this figure. Again, this is the variant. I don't plan on getting the regular, for the fact that they're just so similar. It'd just be like having the same two toys. The articulation is great. Mine has no problems whatsoever. The only problem mine has is a little quality control on the foot. But he's just a really nice looking figure. He's very accurate to the comic book too. So on to the good and bad and whether or not you should get it. I'm speaking for only the variant's sake. The good is excellent new mold, as you can see there. Great shadowing, not too much, but just enough. Great colors, very accurate to the comic book counterpart. Downsides is, for the variant at least, you're stuck with one hand, which I don't mind so much, but that's one downside, and that's about it. I had to say Cyborg is probably my second favorite out of the Wave 4 figures. He's just a really nice guy, figure, really nice guy. Well, yeah, he can be a nice guy sometimes, but he's a really nice figure. So, whether or not you should get him. Not many people know about Cyborg. a lot. He's not the most popular character in DC, unless you read the new Teen Titans or the Teen Titans. But he's not as well known as, say, Batman or Green Lantern or the Flash. So most people won't pick him up. However, I recommend picking up Cyborg. He's a cool character and he's a good figure. I mean, just look at him. Very nicely detailed. And like I said, they used a completely new mold for this. I mean, the chest looks slightly similar, but completely new mold. So kudos to them on that. And he has all the articulations of all the DC Universe Classic figures. So I recommend picking this up. You really can't lose with this figure. So that said, I'm going to end the review here. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.